Hi, I go by Nicky T. I love to post content based off tech, gaming, and PC builds. So if that resonates with you, please consider subscribing as you watch the video. Okay, so for today's video, as you know, and I'm sure you've seen a flood of videos, GeForce Now is now native support on the Steam Deck, and right now is one of the best times that I think you should consider actually getting one of these. Here are 5 quick reasons as to why I think you should consider getting a Steam Deck right now in 2025. So the first reason is that the Steam Deck is not only a handheld, but it's actually a computer. It actually has a desktop mode that you can go into, and it's Linux based, and you can still web browse, you can install applications and use it as a PC. And with a dock, you can actually attach a mouse and keyboard and use it as a full-fledged computer. Now, it being a handheld, it is legitimately a handheld gaming PC. You can take this anywhere with you. You could play games on the couch, on a plane. You could play it on road trips. I've taken this literally all over the world with me, and I always make sure it's in my bag when I travel. So those will be the first 2 reasons that I think you should consider actually getting a Steam Deck is that it's a PC and then it's a handheld. So the third reason is if you have a Game Pass subscription, you can actually play all of your Game Pass games directly on this device, which is pretty awesome considering Game Pass has been on fire lately and it's had insane releases like Expedition 33 or Oblivion Remastered. So having access to those games right at your fingertips is going to be pretty amazing. So now reason number 4 is actually the main reason for making this video, and having native GeForce Now support on the Steam Deck is amazing. For one, it only takes like 2 minutes to install, and I'm actually going to drop a link here to NVIDIA's install video. It makes it super easy, and they already did all the work, so just check it out, and you can install it on your Steam Deck like in 2 minutes. So after you get it installed, now that it has native support, you can actually go in and you can adjust all the settings, and you can actually you actually have like improved battery life. You have HDR support. There's a whole list of things. Definitely check it out if you want more of an in-depth video from NVIDIA. They actually do a pretty good job explaining everything that's going on with the Steam Deck. The cool thing about it though is that you can play, especially if you have a GeForce Now Ultimate subscription, you could play games fully maxed out now, 4K, all of that, and you can play it right on your Steam Deck. And you could play laying on a couch, laying in bed, before you go to sleep. I actually like to play a lot of games nowadays over GeForce Now, and I have a gaming PC because that ease of use, right? And you can just sit there and lay in bed and play games or wherever you're at, and it's so much more relaxing than sitting at a desk all the time. GeForce Now really opens up all those possibilities of having AAA gaming on a handheld device. So now if you have a Game Pass subscription and a GeForce Now subscription, that's really where the Steam Deck comes to life, because now you have access to literally hundreds of games directly on your Steam Deck. But then also getting a Steam Deck gives you access to the entire Steam library of games, which is literally thousands of games. And the cool thing about being on Steam is that Steam also has access to titles that are also PS titles, so PlayStation titles like God of War and things like that. You can actually play those types of games now on Steam. And so now you have access to Xbox, PC, and PlayStation games. The point that I really want to make here is that if you're thinking about getting into PC gaming, but you're coming from a console and this is going to be your first experience, literally pick up a Steam Deck. It's going to be the best experience for you coming over from a console. If you're just now coming from console, you're going to pick one of these up and it's going to feel so familiar to you. It's very easy. You update everything in one place. You download your games all in one place. You use the SteamOS just like a console. So if you're trying to get into PC gaming, I highly recommend you picking up a Steam Deck, especially now that it natively supports GeForce Now. You're going to be able to play all the games that maybe are out of the reach of the Steam Deck specs, but on a PC gaming level, because if you're streaming at the 4080 tier, I mean, you can max literally everything out. Put it in perspective, I think the GeForce Now subscription is like $20 a month, and a 4080, especially like a 4080 Super, is like $1,000 to $1,200. So factor that out over how many months that would take you to pay off. It's a long time just to buy the GPU, not even considering the rest of the computer. So here's a bonus feature that the Steam Deck actually has too. So let's say you already have a gaming PC. I don't know if you know this, but you can actually stream from your gaming PC, and you can actually stream using that gaming PC if you don't have GeForce Now or Game Pass, and stream at the max settings if your PC allows it. So that's something too. It's just like a little bonus tip. So just a quick recap here. So basically the Steam Deck just got the upgrade with native GeForce Now support. So it's an even better device than it has been over the last few years. And I'm actually still rocking the original LCD Steam Deck that I got. It's the 512 gigabyte model. And I've had this for years and I haven't looked at upgrading it since, just because nothing else has really captivated the market like the Steam Deck has. Steam also stands by their product, so consider definitely that when you're looking at if you want longevity from a product with consistent updates. Valve definitely has stood behind the Steam Deck the entire time. So I'm going to conclude the video here. If I was a console gamer and I was thinking about coming over to the PC world, I would look at getting a Steam Deck. You can get a used one of these for 300 bucks nowadays, and you're not going to be able to beat that price. And you won't be able to get a gaming PC for anywhere near that nowadays. It's just way too expensive. Definitely consider getting a Steam Deck nowadays. It's the best time ever to get into this device. You can use it as a PC. You can use it as a gaming handheld. You can stream the highest quality games nowadays, and you can take it with you anywhere you go, and you have access to literally thousands of games. So again, I go by Nicky T. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing. Right now, I sponsor everything on this channel with my own money, and it's quite expensive, but I love doing this. So if that resonates with you, please consider subscribing. Definitely drop me a comment. How are you using your Steam Deck? Which one do you have? Or did you decide to go with a Windows handheld, and did you regret it? If you enjoyed the video, please like the video. It allows me to reach a new audience and helps me keep growing. So those are 3 ways that you can support me completely free as a creator, and it makes a world of difference. All right. So again, I go by Nicky T. I love to post content related to tech, gaming, and PC builds. All right. So until the next build, guys, I'll see you guys. Peace.